Steering 35 Mike, runway 20, right turn out approved, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 20 with a right turn, 1535 Mike, thank you. All right, the final approach is clear. The runway is clear, he's already taken off. I don't see any animals or airplane parts.
Cessna 31 Whiskey, make
I'm going to close this intercom down, okay? If you want to talk, just press one of the red buttons.
Okay.
Right. You're free of the controls as well. That's. Here we go.
Concord Tower, Falcon 89er Alpha Alpha on the visual for runway 20.
Falcon 89 Alpha Alpha, Concord Tower, runway 20, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 2089 Alpha Alpha.
Yeah, we'll climb the airplane about,
this is Toba.
We'll climb the airplane about 70 miles an hour. Everything looks good, all in the green.
Take off the FR 20 to the northeast.
Remember 5048 Charlie, Concord, roger, where are you located right now?
I'm looking at the hangar that says TA.
48 Charlie, roger, conduct your run up on the south ramp.
All right, affirmative, conduct a run-up on the south ramp. Where is that south ramp, sir?
Let's see. If you're looking at the TA, just make a left turn out of your parking and just taxi south by the tower. You'll see a couple archers down there.
Affirmative, thank you, sir. 548 Charlie.
Cessna 31 Whiskey, make a right 360.
Right 360 through Alpha.
All right, if you want to put your right hand on the stick like we talked about, just nice and light and relaxed, hold it like an egg, you know? And then your feet on the pedals, just like we talked about, with your heels on the floor, and just relax your legs. You know, you don't want to hold any weight on your legs, you don't want to be tense, right? Flying an open cockpit biplane with a stick is all about relaxing and feeling what the airplane's telling you. So, if you're relaxed, you can feel the controls and feel, it's like driving. You know, when you're driving, you don't have a death grip on the steering wheel, you know, nice light touch. Little pressures, just like driving your car. Driving down the road, you're not yanking the steering wheel around, you're just doing little pressures, you know, on the steering wheel to maintain your lane. Same thing with a plane. So, if you want to, you got to think of the control stick as pushing the airplane where you want it to go. So, for example, if I want to push the left wing down, I push a little pressure on the left stick to the left, okay? See that? And if I want to push the right wing down, I just put a little pressure on the stick to the right. Okay, here comes the right wing, just like that.
Okay,
and you'll notice I'm not like yanking the controller. It's one of those things, the airplane is very stable. So you can take your hands and feet off the controls, and generally speaking, the airplane's going to cruise right along without you, just like a car. Now, if I want to push the nose down, I push a little forward pressure on the stick. See that? If I want to pull the nose up, a little bit of back pressure. And it's real sensitive forward and backward, okay? A little back pressure to pull the nose up, a little forward pressure to push the nose down. Just little inputs. And then your feet, if you want to swing the nose, you press the pedal to the left to push the nose left, and you press the pedal to the right to push the nose to the right, just like that. See that? And they're independent of each other, right? But you want to try to use them together. So for example, if I want to make a turn, I'll use the stick to bring the nose down, to bring the wing down, and I'll use the pedal at the same time to bring the nose along with it. So for example, if I want to make a right turn, a little bit of right pressure on the stick to bring the wing down, and a little pressure on the pedal to bring the nose around, just like that. See that? Once you're in the turn, you can go back to relaxing in the middle. The airplane will stay in the turn. It's not like a car in that, you know, you have to hold a steering wheel in a car, right? In an airplane, you don't. In an airplane, you can get the wings to an angle that you're comfortable with in the turn, and then just relax your controls, and it'll stay. Like, look up in the mirror. See?
Weasel.
It just turns, you know?
Transition.
And then when you're ready to roll level, little pressure on the pedal and the stick back, whoop, roll the wings level. So if you want to go left, left stick and left pedal together. Pick an angle that you're comfortable with the wings, and then just relax. And she'll do the work for you. You look up in the mirror. And then when you're ready, roll the wings level, a little bit of right stick, a little bit of right pedal. Roll it level, and then relax. Look back in the mirror. So she does a lot of the work for you. You're just helping it along. It's kind of like walking the dog, you know? You're going down the sidewalk, and the dog's like, ooh, let's sniff this, ooh, let's sniff that. But generally speaking, it goes straight down the sidewalk with you. But sometimes, you know, you get a little bump, a little bit of turbulence or something, and a wing comes down or whatever. You know, you're just helping it along, right? Now, the only other thing is, sometimes in a turn, if you're turning fairly steep, the nose, watch the nose. The nose will eventually, very gently, start to sink down on the horizon, right? So you, in a turn, you may need just a little back pressure, just to hold that nose up. But the steeper you go, the worse that gets. So a nice shallow turn, you won't really have to worry about it too much. Did you give it a try? There's nothing you can do, I promise you, there's nothing you can do that I can't fix, and you're not, you know, there's no surprises, okay? You ready? Okay. All right, I'm taking my hands and feet off. Look at the mirror.
590 Mike, Roger, you can go ahead and turn a left base to runway 20.
Left base 20, Mike.
And it'll take a few minutes for your brain to kind of put the connections together of what's happening, you know? Because this is a whole new thing, and your brain's kind of overloaded with information, so it's normal. All you got to really remember is that anytime the stick is moving, your foot is moving. Imagine if you're pushing the stick to the left, imagine it pushing your foot down with it, okay? And if you want to roll the wings level, a little bit of right stick and pedal to roll the wings level, and it's okay to put a little pressure on that stick. Even though the airplane's very responsive, you know, you still want to be a little assertive and, you know, make the airplane do what you want it to do. Very nice. And it'll take a few minutes for you to, okay, how much is too much, you know? But you'll get the hang of it.
Delta, you ready to go?
3901 Delta, ready to go.
391 Delta,
Doing great.
0, make right traffic, clear for takeoff.
Just don't forget about your feet.
Make right traffic, thank you.
Mike, runway 20, clear to land.
20, clear to land, 0 Mike.
Let's make a right turn. So right stick and pedal together. Very nice. And just pick whatever angle you're comfortable with, and then put the controls back in the middle, and the airplane will just kind of do the turn without you. If the nose starts to dip a little bit on you, just a little bit of pressure. And remember, you're always holding the stick like an egg, you know, nice and light. I just use a couple fingertips, like my thumb and like a finger or two, and just, you know, it's just nice and light. It's normal to tense up a little bit because this is new, you know, I get that. Let's make another right turn. Back to the right a little bit here. Right stick and pedal together. Pick an angle you like it. And we're going to hold this angle, and then I'll tell you when to roll the wings level, okay?
Okay.
How you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Good. See the nose coming down a little bit? Just a little back pressure. Perfect. Look at that. It's beautiful.
554 Charlie, Roger.
And we can roll the wings level. So a little bit of left stick and pedal together.
Immediate 20, we are cleared.
Ah, it's perfect.
Left turn approved. Right
Absolutely perfect.
Let's go
How sensitive are the pedals? Because I don't even feel like they're moving at all.
Yeah, they're moving a little bit. I got my feet lightly resting on them just to see what you're doing, and they're, yeah, you're moving them. And it's okay to use a little pedal if you need it, you know. And let's roll the wings level here. A little bit of right stick and pedal together. Let's roll it level. Back to the right just a little bit more. And don't be shy. If you need to move the stick, you move the stick. Okay. The other thing you got to get used to, especially with a Stearman, is that you can't see a whole lot over the nose, right? You got that big engine up there, you got the instrument panel in front of you, so you got to get used to taking in kind of the wide-angle lens, right? The big picture on the sides, you know, use a lot of peripheral vision and kind of keep a little bit of a scan going left and right to be able to see what the airplane's doing. That takes a little getting used to also.
Yeah.
Because you just can't really see a whole lot in front. And it's even worse back here because all I see is the back of your head. Let's take a right turn, a little bit of right stick and pedal, and I'll tell you when to roll level. Go ahead, don't be shy. And you can start rolling level here. Go back to the left stick and pedal. Very nice.
Looks like you'll pass it, but Echo or Delta and taxi to the ramp.
Alright, make a right on Delta and then taxi to the ramp. 0 Mike.
Go ahead, keep those wings level. A little back to the right a little bit. Learning to fly is one of those things that it takes a little bit of time, of course, but one of the big lessons to learn is that you're in charge of the airplane. You're the boss. You're the parent, you know? And the airplane's going to want to wander, every once in a while, it's going to want to wander around. And it's just like, you know, with your kids, you know, you got to, no, you stay here, you know? No, we're going this way. So you have to be a little bit on the assertive side just to say, no, this is what I want you to do, you know? You're doing great, though. I'm just back here relaxing. Yeah, you may feel these little bumps here and there. It's no big deal.
Concord Tower.
Let's go back to the right just a little bit, just to level those wings out.
Weather information.
Perfect.
Inbound from the northwest for a full stop.
How you feeling?
Good.
Good.
And Tower 391 Delta 360 complete, re-enter the downwind.
And let's start a right turn. A little bit of right stick and pedal together.
Concord 8 is
And we're going to go around 360 degrees, meaning we're going to do a full circle in this turn. So just hold the turn, whatever angle you like.
Legion 1960.
We're just going to keep the turn going. We're going to keep that nose up. And I'll tell you when we've gone around 360 degrees. We're about 90 degrees right now.
6 kilo, you're going northwestbound, right?
And if you feel like you're too steep, just go back to the left a little bit.
576 kilo, runway 20 right, turn out, clear for takeoff.
You're doing great. There's 180 degrees of turn.
42 off for base, runway.
There's 270.
2 mile right base, runway 20, 42 off.
391 down.
There you go. Go ahead and roll the wings level. 360 degrees all the way around. Awesome. That's awesome. To make a pilot out of you before we ever go back to the airport. You're gonna be ready to practice takeoffs and landings.
If only it was that easy, right?
What's that?
If only that easy.
Yeah, if only. All right, let's roll the wings level here. So I'm going to show you a couple cool things here before we do any kind of maneuvers. And again, if there's ever a time where I do something that you're not real fond of, just tell me, okay? Feel free to speak up. There's no pressure. I have just as much fun tootling around teaching you how to fly as I do going upside down. So don't feel like you're pressured into anything. Have you ever heard of an airplane doing a stall? You know what that means? What does it mean?
Hang in the air.
It's what?
Kind of hang in the air.
Yeah, a little bit. And don't forget to push the button when you want to talk. But yeah, if you get the air, essentially, I'll simplify it. You're disrupting the air from flowing over the wing, essentially. You can do that in a couple of ways. But I'm going to show you what a stall looks like. It's a very gentle thing. I like to show people just because they've heard about it. 99% of people have heard about it. And I would say 90% of those 99%, they think it's when the engine quits. But it's not. It's actually when you get the angle of the air over the wing a little bit too steep. The air doesn't flow over the wings, and the airplane kind of gives up for a second. It's a very gentle thing. We're going to pull the power to idle. Ooh, listen how quiet it got. Right?
Yeah.
We're slowing down, and we're just going to, a little vibration, that's just the propeller. We're going to get slow. You're going to feel like we go over a speed bump, and the nose is going to dip a little bit. Right there. See that? The nose comes down. That's a stall. So for that little brief moment, the air just got disrupted over the wing, and the wing said, I give up. I can't hold you, you know? But as soon as that nose comes down, the engine pulls the nose down, the weight of it, and then as soon as the wing comes down, the air flows over it and flies. It's kind of neat. Now a spin is a totally different maneuver. If you want to see one of those later, I'll show it to you, but it's a little bit alarming for someone who's never done one. A spin is where you stall one wing but not the other, really, essentially, and the whole world goes around. That's a totally different experience. But we'll warm up before we get to something like that.
That's fine. I don't have anybody behind.
Do you feel like you want to see something upside down? Does that interest you or no?
You can turn down me anytime.
What's that?
I think so.
You think so? Okay. Well, we can do a very gentle, like a nice, easy maneuver to warm you up a little bit. It's called a barrel roll. It is upside down, but it's very smooth. I would do a barrel roll with my grandmother, right? And it's a nice, gentle maneuver to kind of get you used to it and see what you think, okay? We're going to climb up for some altitude here, and I'm going to make some clearing turns. We want to look out for traffic, other airplanes. We don't want to loop or roll into somebody.
Calling the Cessna, clear to land, runway 20, limit.
And all the maneuvers I'll show you, they're all primary training maneuvers in World War II. So this is a flying lesson, and this lesson is very similar, if not identical, to what a cadet would have gone through in World War II. They would have had to learn this in primary training. Pretty interesting. Year it is, you know? And the airplane doesn't know what year it is. It's flying along just like it did 80 years ago. And so this is exactly what a cadet in World War II would have experienced. It sounds the same, it feels the same, smells the same, you know? It's like a time machine. It's really cool. Now all these maneuvers, we have to put the nose down a little bit. It gains some speed, okay? So we're going to get about 120 miles an hour. Just doing another turn, looking for traffic. I don't see anybody. 3,000 feet. I'm going to put the nose down a little bit. And we're going to pull up and go around to the left. You'll feel a little pressure on your body. That's a little bit of G-force.
Tower Cessna 7942 golf going around.
Using the nose down here. There's 120. Here we go. A little pressure.
2 y'all think right traffic.
Right traffic 7942 golf.
How's that?
That's awesome.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's called a barrel roll. Did you feel the stick on your leg a little bit there?
Yeah.
We pulled about 2.5 Gs doing that, so 2.5 times the force of gravity. How you feeling?
Good.
Good. Would you like to see another maneuver, or you think you want to stop?
No.
Keep going?
Good.
Okay. We're going to do a loop, all right? Again, about 120 miles an hour, and then I'll pull the nose straight up and over the horizon. So when you lose sight of the horizon in front of you, you can look left or right to see what the horizon's doing. Sometimes it helps people to follow the horizon around, you know? Keeps your bearings as to what we're doing. So here we go. We're going to lower the nose back down.
If you're able, turn right at Echo, taxi to ring.
Right Echo, taxi the ramp, headed to T hangars. Sincerely.
Here we go. Little pressure. Little pressure.
Says 42 Golf, runway 20, clear to land.
How's that? You doing good?
Good.
42 Golf.
That's a loop.
You're ready.
And all these maneuvers, we're doing them for fun. But in World War II, and World War I especially, these weren't combat maneuvers. Like a kid 20 years old, 21, would get about 20 to 30 hours of training, throw them into the war. And they would have to do these maneuvers in order to get a bad guy off your tail, or to get yourself behind an enemy to shoot him down, you know?
Grumman 119, Romeo, go ahead.
So we're doing them for fun, but imagine bullets whizzing by you.
Right.
You know? It's crazy.
Grumman 19, Romeo, runway 20, taxi V out. 391 Delta, hold short 20, landing traffic.
Hold short 20, 991 Delta.
Remember I showed you to put your foot down in that little hole down there? So go ahead and do that, because I'm going to do another maneuver that I'm going to push the stick over. You may feel it stick on your leg a little bit, but... You want to try something else? You want to see something else? Okay. We're going to do what's called a roll. A roll is similar to what we did the first time, but instead of pulling the nose way up and over, I'm just going to pull the nose up a little bit. And we're going to go around this way. When we go upside down, you may feel just a touch light in the seat for just a brief instant, okay? All right, we're going to put the nose down here, gain some speed. And you'll see the horizon go around right in front of you. Here we go. How's that? You good?
Yeah.
You having some fun?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to see another maneuver?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. This maneuver is another one that's designed, again, World War I, to try and get an enemy off your tail. It's called a hammerhead, all right? It sounds weird. We're going to pull the nose straight up in the air. And as soon as the airplane comes to a stop, literally, I'm going to use full pedal, and we're going to rotate the airplane 180 degrees and come straight back down.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go. This one always ends up being everyone's favorite. So when we go straight up, watch off the left wing, you'll see the horizon go around. Every time I do this one, everyone goes, "That was awesome!" All right, here we go. Little pressure. Woo-hoo! Now imagine a bad guy on your tail trying to keep up with you doing that, you know? How you feeling?
Good.
Good. What a beautiful day. Oh my gosh.
It is.
Tower, Grumman 119 Romeo, hold on short 20, ready for departure.
Grumman 19 Romeo, runway 20, proceed runway heading, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 20, runway heading 119 Romeo.
There's a little airplane down there. You see him cruising along above the trees down there? Zipping from left to right. He's moving
Oh,
too.
yeah, got it now.
He's flying pretty quick.
Yeah.
Always looking out for other airplanes. Especially on a beautiful weekend like this, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's off work and out tootling around in their airplanes. Now, would you like to see that spin I told you about? Does that sound interesting to you or no?
Sure.
You want to try it? Okay.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the stall just like I showed you earlier.
Okay.
And right when the airplane stalls, I'm going to push a pedal to the floor.
Okay.
And what that does is it really deeply stalls like the left wing and barely, if at all, stalls the right wing. And what happens is the left wing gives up, but the right wing keeps flying. And the whole world's going to go around, okay? We're going to do one turn, just one turn. And in that one turn, we're going to lose about 1,000 feet, okay? Oh, here comes the power.
Archers just passing your left wing.
Little turn here, looking for traffic, especially beneath us. Don't see anybody.
Head back behind you now. You start your left turn out northeastbound anytime. 19 Romeo.
So we're just looking for that stall, and the stick's going to be buried backwards, so don't be surprised if it touches you there.
Okay.
Arch 391 Delta, runway.
There's the stall, and here comes the spin. Woohoo! So one wing is stalled and the other wasn't. Now in World War I, that was a deadly maneuver because people didn't understand it and they didn't know how to recover from it, you know?
Yeah.
But now it's a perfectly controllable maneuver and we know how to recover from it. We teach it to instructors. Flight instructors have to learn how to do that. But that way if their students ever get them into a spin, they know how to get out of it, you know? Feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we lost about 1,000 feet. Yeah, I love this because it's like a time machine. I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah.
And it never gets old, you know. These airplanes are so well built and designed. I mean, it just purrs right along, you know.